Welcome back for today's MLB pick video play for April 24th, 2019. In this one, talking about this National League East matchup between the Philadelphia Phillies and the New York Mets. And we're going to give our lean on where we see the better value on the money line. The road team, the Phillies, coming in as very slight favorites, sitting at about -110. So the Phillies, a big disappointment thus far in this road series against the Mets. They fell in game one by a final of 1-5. And then yesterday falling to New York by a final of 0-9. So across their first two games in the series, only able to produce one run, but perhaps the Phillies will have a bit more success today going against Jason Vargas, who's taking the mound for the Mets, who hasn't had all that much success so far this season. So the Phillies, on their side of things, their starting pitcher today will be 26-year-old righty Vince Velasquez. He's gotten off to a nice start. He's made 4 total appearances, 3 of those starts, and he's had success sitting on just a 2.55 ERA with a .96 whip. In his last outing, Velasquez on the road against the Colorado Rockies, which is not necessarily the easiest situation to go into, but Velasquez had success. He went 5 2/3 innings. He gave up 7 hits, but only 2 earned runs, 1 walk to 8 strikeouts. So some really good stuff there from Velasquez in Colorado. He's going to try to build off of that positive momentum now coming over here to New York, which is a bit more of a pitcher-friendly ballpark, of course, in contrast to what you get out there in Colorado. So the New York Mets, of course, winning the first 2 games of this series has allowed to propel themselves into the first place spot actually in the NL East standings. The Mets sending out Jason Vargas, the 36-year-old lefty, sitting on that 9.58 ERA with a 2.32 whip. Very ugly numbers, but also with a relatively small sample size. He's only pitched around 10 innings so far this year across his 4 appearances, 3 of those being starts. But he's also been pulled very early in a lot of these different outings that he's been in. So across the 10 1/3 innings that he's pitched, Vargas has given up 11 earned runs, 3 homers, 7 walks to just 6 strikeouts. So really ugly stuff there from the Mets starter. And coming into this one today, even though the Phillies did not look good in games 1 and 2 respectively, we feel like they're going to come out with a drive and desire to try to bounce back and grab a victory here in game 3, doing so against one of the weaker pitchers that the Mets have the ability to put out there as a starter. So with that being the case, we like this to be a bounce-back performance here from the Philadelphia Phillies as they go on to win Game 3 on the road. And with the money line, they're sitting at just slight favorites at -110. We feel like that's a pretty solid value bet. So that's where we're siding in this one, taking the Philadelphia Phillies on the money line as the better value play. If you agree, give the video a thumbs up. Disagree, give it a thumbs down. You can check out all of our MLB picks for today over at stumpthespread.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we hope to see you guys back here for our next video.